Hello, everybody, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We have a friend! Squidly Peterson! Hi. It's so cute. I cannot deal. Cal, look at what I have. You catch Cal at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Vissa, he exclaims. He pauses to pat your pet on the head, and is... Okay, I feel like I'm being really dangerous if Squidly is actually just following me. And hello to you too, Squidly Peterson. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park near Geoponics now. We can run around all we want. Nobody will say we're trampling the fields. You should come play there sometime. And bring Squidly Peterson. They'll love it. Unlocked Relax in the Park at Geoponics. I'm assuming that that's just the same as before. Oh, this doesn't even give me friendship with Cal. Oh, sorry. That doesn't even give me friendship with Cal. I would have expected. So gifts. Does this? Everyone is so dramatic right now. Just mutters, kicking a rock with his hands shoved in his pockets. Who cares who said what to who or whatever? It's so dumb. Aw, poor bud. I know, people are weird. Who else do I have gifts for? Everyone. Cal, present. I love him just going food. Him just responding with food to the gift is so good. Anemone, you also just want to eat this, so go ahead. Well, we were working towards toughness and bravery. Now animals. But our best way to get animals is to work on combat, which does not need it right now. Let's get that bravery perk first, because we might just get it in one. Play sports ball. One slot will turn cards social. 5. 5, 5. It's only a 4 right now, or I can make it a 5. Either way, I guess what I'm doing is setting up a 4-card straight. Yeah. Yeah, look. Oh, Squidly. Squidly's doing good work. Wait, I want to know what my bravery perk is. Wait, it's our birthday. Never mind. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. Oops, sorry about that. I was trying to check that I had actually hit start recording. Yes. Oh no. Oh god. Did I break things? There we go. Everything should be back to how it was. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. You blink away the sleep from your eyes, eventually remembering, wait, isn't today your 13th birthday? God, it's been 3 years and we're this stacked already. Where's your birthday cuddles? Your parents always make a big deal about your birthday. You peek out through the privacy curtain on your bunk and listen in on their argument. You're being unreasonable, your mom says. Is a teenager now! You have to give her the opportunity to... Oh no. Yes, this is mom. You have to give her the opportunity to calculate risks, or she'll start acting out. That's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't to calculate a risk, your dad replies. It's too dangerous! It's weird to hear your parents argue. This is really weird, because my dad's the one who talked about going out before. It's weird to hear your parents arguing. If they ever disagree, they sort it out quietly or go to mediation. This time they sound really upset. It's unsettling. The danger isn't so bad, I got it. Aw, plus 10 stress. They glance at you. Your mom holds up her hand to silence you and goes right back to talking. Geranium, she grates. You've said yourself that we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our daughter? Your dad flails his hands helplessly. Because, Flulu, she's our daughter. It's our responsibility to keep her safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling her. Your mom almost shouts, and your dad flinches in shock. Vissa's survival depends on her understanding this planet we're living on. You're not doing her or the colony any favors by pretending like that's not the case. I can take care of myself. I got the bravery for it. You're brave, but you aren't stupid. Sometimes stupid. You assure them that you'll stay out of trouble. Your dad's shoulders sag as he shakes his head. Barely even know what's out there, kiddo, he mutters. Your mom's fierce expression softens. Hey, Vissa, sorry. It's your birthday today, and here we are arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday! That's a weird... That feels tonally off for this game. They both give you a hug. We meant to order up from the canteen and have your usual birthday breakfast, but we got to talking about how Utopia's opened up positions and expeditions for kids 13 and older, and, well, that's you now. Yes, 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 yes! I suppose we'll have to just let you spread your wings someday, your dad relents. I just feel better knowing you are safe here inside the colony walls. He gives your mom a faint smile. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join expeditions, we're behind you. Just be safe. Okay, so we're a few months away from Burton. So, how to handle stress. Our reduced explorations. Every event in exploring causes 10 instead of 15 stress. Yes. We could go do 6 events then. Yes! So much yes! Happy birthday. We get a birthday present. We share with our bestie. What is our bestie at? 52 friendship. Yeah. What does Dad want to talk to us about? Hi, Dad. You find your dad comparing some plant samples. When he sees you, he puts down the test tubes and gives you a big hug. Hello! He exclaims, then he kneels down to look you up in the eye. I've been thinking. I want to say I'm sorry. Your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple. But it's unfair that you had to see how the soy sauce gets made. Ugh. Need persuasion to say I was really upset, so it's okay. He pats you on the shoulder. Thanks for saying so. You're a great kid. Your mom and I talked it out, he continues. We're both just really putting out our everything into the farm right now. It's making us kind of snappy. You don't have to worry about it, okay? He squeezes you in a hug. If you want to join Utopia's exploration team, just be careful. It's dangerous out there. Yes? Yes, 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 yes. I could wait to go do exploration when we're cleared of stress. But honestly, I think now is just as good a time as we're ever going to get, really. It would be this or right before Vertumnalia, and I don't think doing things in town is going to time out the way Actually it will. Or it'll come close. No, that only gets to minus 50. Never mind. Utopia, where are you? Oh, I guess now I hit yes. Now I click this. Exploring nearby or survey the plains. +1 friendship with this, +3 perception, +1 animals, or +2 bravery, +1 perception. I like bravery in animals. Let's go do that. Mostly for the animals. Utopia. When you boarded the expedition's autobus this morning, you didn't know what to expect. It trundled you and the other surveyors a few clicks north to the Prosaic Plains, a high, flat area with cooler weather than your colony. You could barely control your excitement as you watched the landscape change. And now you're here! You're finally old enough for a real survey mission away from the colony. +10 combat, +2 to physical challenges. Plas Cutter. Oh hey, we could have bought that. You read Chief Surveyor Utopia at the depot. This here's a Plas Cutter. Oh, this here's a Plas Cutter. Oh, God. Y'all, this here's a Plas Cutter, she says, handing you one. It's a tool for cutting hidden things. You can use it to make a fire, cauterize a wound, boil water, and it cuts some materials pretty alright. You can use it for self-defense too, but I don't suggest it. Cool, fire. She laughs. Cool it, sweets. This is a quiet area, and what we're doing, we're not supposed to be in danger. We're just gonna be taking notes and pictures, keeping track of all the flora and fauna we see. Just don't touch anything unless I ask you to take a sample. Everything is potentially dangerous. We don't know much about what's out there, which is why we need surveyors, even youngins like you. The Prosaic Plains are a sparse region. Like you can assume from the name, you can see things from a long way off. Utopia sees you squinting at the horizon. And what are you gonna do if you see something coming for you? I'll say the thing I'm supposed to. Good kid. Utopia approves, patting you on the back. I don't need any trouble. Dis joins you. He must have come on an earlier autobus. Ah, good, you're here. Utopia says, digging out another plas cutter for Dis. You two greenhorns are with me for the foreseeable. Now, we don't gotta sniff each other's butts all the time out there, but I do expect y'all to be in yelling distance. Comms can get pretty spotty out here. You and Dis share knowing glances. You've been sneaking out to explore long enough before you were officially allowed to. Utopia also hands you a surveying drone and shows you how to launch it. It'll automatically perform local scans of wherever you go, though detailed scans still need to be done manually. When you return here to the depot, it'll upload its findings to the HoloNet. Your job is to cover ground, see what's out there, and so long as it isn't dangerous, record it. She slaps you on the back. Alright, team! Don't get yourselves killed out there, okay? I'm figuring out where to place that a little bit better. It's still difficult for me. It's not one of my easier voices, that's for certain. Ooh, what's over this way? Log! I want... Did I also get the flower? From all the way over there? Yes! I have a present for Tammy for a change. Oh, that makes me happy. Alright, what's our first thing here in the Prosaic Plains? Drifts of spark snow make this area hard to pass through. Your feet keep sinking into it and you have to work to get them free with every step. The only way forward here is through an especially deep area. Take a break and play in it, which gets us playing in the snow. I like playing in the snow. It's not a 4 unless we're using Tammy's thing. Shovel out of the way. Shoveling it out of the way sounds like a great way to get some toughness. Yeah, +3 toughness. 10 stress, though. You actually don't have a shovel with you, but you find a bush you can sort of use like a broom to sweep the snow out of the way. Spark snow is lighter and floofier than you were expecting. Whacking with your bush causes showers of pretty sparks and tiny popping noises. It takes ages to clear the path, but it's oddly satisfying. Hopefully the next surveyor through will appreciate your hard work. Hey, Vissa. Dis greets you cautiously as you pass in the narrow path. Hey, do you want me to show you something? This almost never makes overtures of friendship. Whatever it is, it must be pretty cool. Yes, you always find the coolest stuff. You follow him for nearly half an hour. A couple times he stops to listen for something, then continues onward, tromping through the fields of broad-topped mush trees and swaying antler ferns. After a while, you start to wonder if he's just lost. You're about to say something about it when he holds his hand up for silence and directs you to crawl under a huge mushroom. On the other side, you have a view down to one of the perfectly round ponds. Taking up most of it is an enormous Xeno, its legs deep underwater. It's a ball meal, Dis tells you. They live in the swamps. You don't usually see them here. This one seems totally at home. It dips its long neck and even longer mouth into the pond, sucking up water from the bottom and spewing it out of a spout at the back of its head. +2 animals. So close. The spray of beautiful turquoise water sparkles in the sun. Tiny, colorful, bird-like creatures dart around it, catching the tiny fish that come out, spraying out. Sit quietly and watch. What's it doing? We should kill it while it's distracted. Sit and quietly watch. That's what Dis likes to do. Enjoy the pretty scene together. Mush log. Both of these go the same way. Let's go the one between 2 ponds. +2 animals. You stop to watch a herd of shaggy, purple-furred animals slowly meander down a slope. You've never seen them before. Study them! So that's a 5, 6, 6... 7... We wait on that. 0, 1, 4, good. Yep, straight of a 4. I'm trying to be mindful of the fact that I'm not as overpowered as I was before is what I'm gonna go with. Wait, no, I want to put that there. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter as much, so maybe you. I think I may have had a higher number showing before, but I did not have an idea of how to fix that. The creature's fur is like grass, so they must be a kind of photosynthesis. An animal that gets part of their energy from the sun. You've heard of creatures like this, though you've never seen any yourself. Your survey journal doesn't have any information on this particular species. You found a new species. Maybe. That would be cool. You decided to name them, just in case. You look at them through your holoculars at maximum zoom. You can kind of make out that they have super long jaws, like a huge underbite. You name them... Sunbaskers. +2 animals, +5 kudos. Naming things is hard, so Sunbaskers will have to do. You log your discovery. And hey, that got us to our animals perk. Level 2 pets. Upgrade pet cards via relaxing in the park. We can make... Is that... Oh my god, if that means we can make Ricky better, then that's incredibly powerful. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good. Anything I can get out here? Nothing to click on. We're better at seeing things to click on, so I would hope I would be able to tell. Orange flower, more presents for Tammy. One of your jobs as a surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. What are we at? We're at 80 stress. You see a thing, a skittish flock of really long insects. Each one has 10 to 20 sets of wings, long rods, and knobbly bits at regular points. They're moving so fast they're almost a blur. You got a camera built into your holopalm, but it's not equipped to capture difficult shots like this. You'll need to put in the work. Find a good angle, or try to get close. Do we want to go with an perception or an animals check? Let's go perception. I'm curious what the next perception gives. And being out here is basically the only way to get perception from what we've seen. 4, 6, 2, 6. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I have so many 6. 6, 6, 4. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's get that 666 going. And yeah, I guess I'll just go with the 4 and 4. Ricky boosts straights, not pairs. Ah! Oh well. I care mostly about getting the stats. +2 perception, +5 kudos. Climb up a tree and get an angle from above, not disturbing your subject. It comes out great. Very avant-garde. Utopia is glad for the shot. Just double check. Yes, that's 90. Oh, flower. Ooh. That's an animal up there. That's an animal down here. Let's go with the one that would take us deeper in. Because the other one's a dead end. You're crossing a clearing when you hear a terrible cracking, pounding sound. A massive creature bursts through the trees, a boulder with arms, a bush growing out of its back. A bush bub! Utopia's mentioned these before, part animal, part vegetable, and part mineral. These usual gentle giants camouflage themselves as part of the forest. Bravely stand your ground! +2 to neighboring cards, that brings that to a 3, which means... Yeah, that gets us a good straight. 6, 5, 4... I don't think I can get anything better than that, can I? No. This isn't the one that needs to be perfect. 6, 5... Nope, that's another 6 then. Nope, can't do that. Fine, 6 and 6. So in that case we can go 4 to... Just want a 3 then, I guess? Yeah. Oh. Let's do bravery. Take it. The creature pounds past you, its powerful stone-like gorilla arms smashing the ground. It doesn't even seem to see you and goes around you without even looking. You look around, but there's no sign of whatever motivated the bush bub to run so fast. At least that's something to be grateful about. And now we go home. +4 perception, +2 animals. Which puts us at 53 perception. You're getting ready to leave your quarters one day when you're stopped by your mom, who hasn't left for work yet. She's always been an early riser, out in the fields before first sunrise. That she specifically stayed home to talk to you is a bad sign. Sit down, Vissa, she says. We have to talk. Okay, you can't make me more stressed than I am already. You sit down across from your mother. She stares you down, just looking right into your soul, like she's counting up every bad thing you've ever done. You're wasting your teenage years on nothing, she says finally. You're supposed to be using this time to focus on your studies, not traipsing all over the colony, trading worthless points for candies and trinkets. Your teacher says you're hardly ever in class. I'm doing things. And your attitude, she spits, is absolutely atrocious. I know you're a teenager and you're supposed to push boundaries, but this is ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Vissa's socially awkward. She's not gonna snap back. She bangs her fist on the table for emphasis. This isn't some Hollowvid high school drama, Vissa! This is real life. This is life or death! Do you get what I'm saying? We're the only humans here. If we don't fight for our survival with everything we have, no one is coming to save us. You have to learn how to fit in, she says quieter. You're a part of a larger community, an ecosystem. You're supposed to be learning that, but you're running out of time. Soon you'll be an adult. People will need to rely on you. I am doing things. But, okay, I'm sorry, Mom. Back to 80 Rebellion. Your mom nods, her face tight. I'm just trying to give you the best start in life, she says. When I was just a little older than you are now, I was fighting a war against the people of Earth. First they ignored us, then they mocked us, then they attacked us. Fighting the people of Earth, that's a thing and a half? She pats her prosthetic leg, and then we won. Also, we could give you the chance to grow up here. I don't want you to waste it. Your mom reaches out and pats your hand patronizingly. I remember being your age, full of anger, ready to fight. Anyone who told me what to do. I wish someone had told me that I deserved better. I wish... She shakes her head. You can do better than this, Vissa, she says solemnly. You just have to apply yourself and listen to your elders. This colony needs you to be a part of it. That's why you were born. For a literal rebel fighter, your mom has a strange relationship to authority. You'd think she'd understand what it means to want freedom above all else. She's such a hypocrite. You're sick of people telling you what to do, thinking they know what's best for you. They don't know what it's like to grow up on an alien planet. They don't know what it's like to have all these weird thoughts and dreams. That's a good point. We have some things that bother us. Yes. You find Dis sitting in the mouth of one of the wall's drainage sewers. In wet season, excessive rainwater is diverted out here so it doesn't flood inside the walls. In the meantime, it looks like Dis has set up a little base here, with pillows and a stash of snacks. His alien communication device hisses with static. He looks up from his holoscreen as you pop your head inside the drain. Hey, Vissa, he says quietly before going back to the game he'd been playing. What are you playing? You haven't heard of it, he says without looking up. I made it myself. You squeeze into the narrow drain and sit down next to Dis. On his holopad is a picture of Mars, and you watch him drag a match from the sidebar and drop it on her face. Little animated flames wiggle over the picture, leaving parts of it looking charred. Pretty crude, but you think you get the point. That's not a healthy coping mechanism, bud. What happened with Mars? Dis shrugs. Same thing that always happens, he says. He resets the game, then drags a bomb from the sidebar into the picture of Mars. Explodes and the picture disintegrates. She booked my name down for every appointment with the nano printer because she thinks my clothes are always torn up and dirty all the time, he continues. So I got in trouble for wasting resources. Oh, that's not okay. I tried to tell them it was her, but Mars never gets in trouble. Everyone likes her, he mumbles. But it's fine. I don't need anyone to like me. I don't care if they hate me. I hate them. Where do you learn how to do that? It's pretty simple, Dis says. The light from his holoscreen reflects in his eyes as he looks at you in the gloom. People on Earth used to make this kind of stuff all the time, and I have a lot of time to learn new things. Oh, I see. Dis is kind of the epitome of what my mom is talking about, of us not being useful. But that's because Dis doesn't want to be here. Dis goes back to playing his game, content not to talk to you. I want to try, that's really unhinged, you need help, why don't you just talk to Mars instead? Talking to Mars isn't gonna fix this. Or too awkward to say you need help. So let's just try and support him. Sure, this replies. He links his hollow palm to yours, and you feel the haptics pulse as the game files transfer. You open the game, and you are presented with an option. Whose picture do you choose? Tangent, my mom, or Mars? Oh. We've got some issues, too. She's always telling you to work hard at school, even though school's hard and dumb. She grounds you when you try and have any fun. Let's do friendship with this, +5 rebellion. Drag a knife from the toolbox into the picture. Wonk, right through the face. It feels good. In a weird way. You probably shouldn't think about it too hard. That's not great. You spend a few hours letting off steam with this, loading different pictures of your classmates, and commiserating about life in the colony. After a while, he even starts to smile a little bit. I don't really want to hurt anyone, Dis confides in you. Sometimes it feels like I have so many angry thoughts inside my head, but there's no room for anything else. He turns off his olive palm and looks down at his hands. Even if it makes me feel kind of gross after, it's better than feeling numb. Oh, I'm sorry, Dis. I actually can relate to that, based on what it was like for me when I was a teenager. Bad times. So, if we go relax in the park, we can make Squidly better. You and Cal walk through the park, a special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It was grown from precious seed bank, preserved for over 20 years aboard the Stratospheric before your mother started planting them here on Vertumna. Almost nothing here is grown food, though many of them are technically edible. It's so green here, Cal says, stopping to smell a bush of fist-sized red flowers with velvety petals. Wow! They smell so sweet. It's so weird my mom worked really hard on this. It's so peaceful. Cal breathes deep, a funny smile on his face. It really is. It's one of my favorite places in the whole colony. You can really feel the love in every plant. One pretty white flower in particular is flourishing here, the Astrontia, your mother's favorite. It seems to be growing faster than even native plants do, covering the paths and bluffs with tiny white stars. You practically have to push clumps of it aside in some places just to make sure you don't crush any. Good thing it's so beautiful. Took the month off. I like this card because it seems neat, but honestly I always feel like I'm not using it right. I just don't feel confident about it. Okay, so that didn't let me upgrade Ricky. So how does this perk work? Upgrade pet cards via relaxing in the park. But that didn't happen. Is it maybe because I had it equipped? I don't know. Maybe next time we relax we'll look into it more. Your dad was sniffling and sneezing pretty bad this morning. Collapsed around this time last year, so you've been feeling anxious about his health, especially now that the pollen is back. He's working hard in the fields, respirator hanging from his neck as he grunts and shovels dirt into a wheelbarrow. He sees you coming and stands up straight, coughing a little as he stretches his back. Hey kiddo, what brings you out here? Dad, wear your respirator! Your dad makes blah 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 motions with his hand. I do. Don't look at me like that. I'm just getting some fresh air. It's hard to breathe with that thing on. I'm resting to get these pixie bings in the ground, he continues. We're all set to have a great harvest in time for Vertumnalia. He leans on his shovel, tucking one foot behind the other and rocking back and forth. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk, he says, brightening. I know you don't get outside the walls much either. We could do a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them in the wild. What? No, Dad, no! Stop! Stop it! Sure, your dad says. People can want to try new things, right? Your mom doesn't see the draw, he continues, flipping his shovel up onto his shoulder and picking his way carefully out of the turned fields. He likes what she can control, you know? There's a whole planet out there, and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he just starts coughing harder. Pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you both. Go inside. Oh, your dad wheezes. You're just like Instance. That was sick in mud. I remember when we were younger. She was always walking around with her nose in everyone's business. She always thinks she knows what's bad for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance as he catches his breath again. Okay. Maybe now's not the best time. He gasps, finally putting his respirator back on. Jimmy, we have a day with the outside work, kiddo. I'm just taking a rain check. Woo! He says, his eyes red-rimmed and streaming from irritation. I can't wait until Instance figures out treatment for this shimmer thing. Says maybe next year. Maybe the one after that. I'm gonna be first in line, you bet. Aw. Come on, Dad. It's gonna be okay. Just do what you're supposed to, please. I'd like to get that toughness perk. And not think about my dad. So let's play some sports ball. You've heard Security Chief Rez on the lookout for lookouts. That is, for kids to chill out on top of the walls all afternoon count Xenos. Sounds way better than going to class. Gives you once over, eyes narrowed. Alright, he says. Look over there, at the end of the field. What does that sign say? Read out loud, which requires 20 perception or higher. Hey! We're twice that. Read it out loud. You can read the sign easily. It says, if you can read this, your eyesight is 20/20. Huh, what a weird sign. What does that mean? Rhett nods in approval. Good, you pass. Come back next month and I'll put you on the roster. Unlocked lookout duty in the garrison. Well, that's cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the super goal. Put that there. I don't have any yellows. Yeah, this... I cannot imagine anything being better than that there. Which actually put me close to not making the super goal. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. I'm gonna have to do that 2 more times to get the toughness all the way up? Okay. Mid-pollen. Anybody want to talk to me in mid-pollen? Nobody wants to talk to me. Oh, this is now outside the gates. That makes sense. Also, I almost forgot. I should see what gifts I can give to people. Never mind, don't have anything for you. Just skipping stones across a flat stretch of rock. Talked to my sister today, he says. Skip, 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 skip. She's doing some super secret extra credit project in engineering. He wanted to gloat, I guess. He tosses a rock into the air and catches it. Whatever. She just like when people pays attention to her. Tammy, I have a present for you. Tammy presents you with a carefully folded pair of your socks. I hope you don't mind, Vessa, she says. I was in the laundry room, and I noticed that your socks were starting to get some holes. We're only supposed to use the nano printer for things that are really important, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I fixed them the old-fashioned way. You take the socks and see they're mended now. A little ugly, but at least the holes are gone. Let me know if you have anything else you need mended. We all have to do our part. Here, I got you a present. Flower. And I think I have Xeno eggs. I have 2 Xeno eggs. Yeah, okay. So that's all the people I can give presents to right now. Anemone. I have an egg for you. Those eggs would probably actually be useful to keep a hold of, but, you know. Lookout duty. +3 perception, +1 animals, +5 kudos, +7 stress. That is exactly the kind of thing I've been wanting. We are going to, right now, just try and get that second toughness perk first, though. Then we'll work on perception. Kombucha designs a really fun practice version of the game, where you remove the net and only use your feet to move and pass the ball, and try to kick it into the goals. He calls it football because, well, obviously. What a silly name! Get rid of that. This here. This here. That's only 26. Sounds 24. 5. log. We have need of you. There's the super goal. That's... Oh. The fact that I didn't get kudos there bothers me even more, because we didn't manage to get the super win on our own. No, without using a log. Why isn't Ricky giving us a bonus? Oh, because these aren't challenges. Oh, okay. So when I'm doing something like this, it would actually be better to take Ricky off. Okay. Getting older. It's that magical time of life, full of discoveries and possibilities, when children become adults and their bodies change in weird, wonderful, and often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, Congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which parts of the presentation was relevant to you? Menstruating breast growth, voice changing erections, none of it. I'm like a doll down there. We are a female. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation, left with a new appreciation of the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind, and even as you notice Cal's voice begin to drop, or Mars starting to dress differently. Until one morning you wake up and something feels different. You just know something's off. Off as soon as you open your eyes. Things are squelchier than you expected them to be down there. You just want to close your eyes again. You remember Congruence's sexual education classes, and you're really not ready for their real-world practical applications. If you just go back to sleep, it'll go away, right? You finally sigh and muster up the courage to look under your blankets. Yep, your period started. That's very real, from my understanding. From the people who have told me about these things, because I cannot experience them myself, that's extremely real. Discreetly ask Mom and Dad. You pull back your privacy curtain and gesture for your mom to come over. When she sees the problem, her eyes go wide and she gives you a big hug. What? That little girl is growing up, she exclaims, and you feel your face grow hot with embarrassment. Your dad is right there! She puts her hands on your shoulders. I'm so happy for you, kiddo. I know you're probably grossed out, but getting your period is important. Sometimes we need a bit of mess in our lives to remind us that we're real, that we're part of this world. It reminds us that we have the ability to make life, and a responsibility to take care of that life. Getting your period is a beautiful thing. You can't think of anything worse. Thankfully, soon you can get a blocker to keep from having to go through this every month. Your mom hugs you again and keeps talking about how she's proud of you. It's super embarrassing, and you can't help but shove her away and retreat to your bunk to stew about it. That also sounds very real from my understanding. Teenage hormones are making you brave and rebellious. Rebellion increases tripled. Glorious. One increase will put us at 100. What is happening? You feel on edge today. Like everything that happens feels so unfair and tragic. Like you want to punch stuff and then cry about it. Like you want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. It feels like a fount of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to Oh, wow. This game calls itself I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and it's not kidding. We're a teenager. That's upsettingly real as far as being a teenager goes. Oh, nope. That's upsetting. Nope. I have nothing else to say about it. We are playing a female character. I am not going to try and say anything about what it is to be a female in that situation. Can't make me. Okay. Forgot to change my equipment. Nem has no patience for school, her mom, or acting proper, but she has patience for sports ball. She spends hours teaching Lil Nougat, fetching balls over and over, and throwing all her enthusiasm into cheering every single successful spike her young protege makes. Get to work. This'll get us that toughness bonus. That card becomes yellow. 2, 6, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. And then I throw a 4 down here. That gives us the super goal. We'll take it. +2 toughness, +5 bravery. We are at 84 bravery. Early dust. Hey, happy birthday, Nanami. Update basic cards in the garrison gym. I wonder what that means. I got something for you. Cake! The cake I get each year just converts into cake for anemone. That's kind of entertaining. It would be for Tammy. I just don't know when Tammy's birthday is. Yeah, let's go. Nope. First, be a good player, Chris, and first check that nobody else wants to talk to you before you go and try and find out what it means at the gym to upgrade cards. So at the garrison, visit the gym. Oh, this costs kudos again. What does it upgrade it into? Upgrade cards, buy cards. Oh! Oh! I guess maybe we've been able to buy cards. No, I don't know. Anyways, we don't have very many basic cards anymore. I'm weirdly proud of the fact that we don't have basic cards anymore. Okay, so toughness, I think we need 80 to get Anemone's next event. Yeah, and then that gets us hurting a friend. -4 to last card. I don't like that though. I don't like how that sounds. Let's go earn some kudos. We can finally do that and upgrade skills we want. You show up bright and early for muster with the other garrison recruits. It's mostly younger people. The older and more experienced security officers are all posted up for guard duty. Nem is here though, her rowdy red hair tied back into a poof. She shoots you a little grin as she falls into formation beside you. You shift from foot to foot awkwardly, not sure where to put your hands. Nem nudges you with her elbow and gestures that you should sound like her, with your hands clasped loosely behind your back. You manage that just as Security Chief Rhett comes to speak to the recruits. I spent a lot of time in ROTC. That's a very common... I sometimes default to that position, actually. Good morning, recruits, he calls, his voice cutting through the still morning air. He pauses, looking at the assembled band of motley youth, and taps his ear. Salute him good. I have to assume that tapping his ear means he wants me to salute. Oh no! Red crosses his arms. Well, we'll be working on that, he says. Working in the garrison isn't like other jobs, children. Here you'll be expected to give 100% every day. If you burn some food in the kitchen or shove the wrong pile of dirt into your geoponics, it's no big deal. But here, it can be a matter of life or death. Not just for you, but for everyone in the colony. Loyalty, dedication, self-sacrifice, and honor. These are the soldier's creed, Rhett says, steely-gazed and even. You wonder how many battles he saw on Earth. Just like your mom, he doesn't like to talk about it. This is not a place for half-assed kids to run around and play soldier. You look around awkwardly at the other recruits. Isn't this a little intense for lookout duty? Rhett catches your eye wavering and speaks directly to you, staring you right in the eye. Laziness and ego have no place here, he says. If you slack off and let someone slip past you, you could die. Your friends, family could die. This isn't school! This is real life, real danger. You even blink too long, we're all dead. Take the no-blink challenge seriously. It hurts your eyeballs, but you stare Rhett down until he actually laughs? But he cracks a smile anyway. He looks away first. That's the spirit, Vissa, he says, clapping you on the shoulder. I don't mean to scare you kids, he addressed the rest of the group. I really do need you to know that this isn't a fun little game. You can't sneak your little friends into the watchtower, you can't work on your homework, you can't catch up on sleep. Even though lookout duty seems like an easy job for kids to do to keep busy, very important. I need you to take it seriously, like Vissa here. I mean, he's not wrong. Oh. But I don't want to only hit goal. I want to get the better stat ups. I don't care about the kudos nearly as much as the stat ups. So, super goal me. I don't know what you wanted from me, game. +6 perception. Oh. Does that mean we'll just... Oh, almost just second perception up. It's Vertinum... If I'd been paying more attention, I would have gone outside. It's Vertimnalia! Time for speeches, games, and feasting. You stare hungrily at the feast table. Sure, it's mostly soy ration, but still more food than you usually see all at one time. This year, though, there's something new. Great big tureens of glowing beans. Weird. You try to sneak some food before the speeches start, but Chief Engineer Instance catches you and smacks your hand away. Your mom gets really mad at her, and it causes a huge yelling match. Your dad directs you away from the table as Instance blames your mom for the way things are right now, whatever that means. I thought Virginalia was the second season of Dust. That's why it caught me off guard. Your dad passes you a soy sweet to keep your tummy busy during the speeches. He's the best. Governor Udicott takes the stage and manages to calm everyone down. Welcome everyone to our fourth Virginalia celebration, she says, speaking through a maxophoner. Her voice has been getting weaker lately and can't reach across the square the way it used to. I'm proud, as always, to stand before you as your governor, and to celebrate another year of peace and prosperity on this beautiful planet. Udicott steps aside, wobbling a little as she walks, leaving Seek to complete the annual formalities. She is 84. Your mom steps forward. This year's feast includes a new glow-in-the-dark food. Pixie beans are our first domesticated Vertumnan crop. The crowd applauds, and your mom raises her hands. Credit goes to Geranium. He insisted we dedicate a third of our fields to them, so you'll also have to thank him for the light show in your toilets tonight. A smuttering of laughter ripples through the crowd. Your dad chuckles nervously. Your mom's smile fades. As you know, we lost our hydroponics and microbial soil during the wormhole accident. That's bad! She says, these pixie beans will make up for losses we faced with our earth crops. Well, that's good news. Udicott's weedy voice rattles through the maxophoner. Thank you, everyone! Let's get on with the games! The crowd packs away all the chairs. The children gather in the square. Which competition do you participate in this year? Quad-athlon! Com directs your attention to this year's edition. A cloth-covered mountain as tall as 4 adults, studded with mysterious protrusions. He pulls it back to reveal the Tower of Terror! He announces with a flourish. Test your courage with 3 stories of ladder climbs, followed by a death-defying leap of faith onto the poof shroom mats. Oh, I'm in. I'm into this so much. You, Nem, and Cal taking the majesty of the Tower of Terror. Both of them are hooting and pumping their fists, and absolutely bonkers about jumping from 3 stories. You'll also be doing the wrestling, agility, and accuracy portions of the course, but clearly this is the winner by popular vote. How about you? Are you ready? Yeah! Give me that toughness challenge. So... I'll just say this then. So 4... 4, 4... Next round. 3, 3... There's a better way of doing this. I think that's better. 6, 6, 6... 4 and 4... Puts me at 34. It's also a 34. Don't think that there's anything I can do to get the super win except log. Hey, we got there. Oh, that's difficult. Well, we got the +3 toughness, so take it. I should probably be more careful about using the logs. I know I have 10 of them, but clearly things are getting harder. You blow through the obstacle course, the basket shooting, and the bot wrestling with ease, and you arrive at the base of the Tower of Terror with a determined gleam in your eye. You scale it easily, of course. It's only ladders. Sure, it's really high ladders and a huge jump, but you close your eyes and pretend you're jumping into a great big vat of pudding. Com awards you first place in the quadrathlon. Congratulations. Finally, it's time for the feast. Pixie beans are a hit. Your parents keep touting their many benefits. They grow well here, they're super nutritious, taste great, they're really versatile, and kids love their bright, multicolored glow. Your rumbling stomach has made you grouchy. Your parents won't let you eat until they finally stop bragging about their dumb beans. You consider the options. Pixie bean soup, pixie bean salad, pixie bean chili, even pixie bean aquafaba dessert. Everything glows in the evening twilight. Oh, that sounds so pretty. You suddenly shove your pixie bean everything around on your plate. You don't even want to eat them anymore. Stupid beans, stupid feast, stupid games, stupid everyone, ah! Every time someone turns to talk to you, especially about how great these beans are and how great your parents are for growing them, you just get more irritated. They're just beans. It's like they love these beans more than they love you. You're probably just hungry. Eat your pixie beans. You want to rebel against these stupid beans, but the truth is, you're too hungry to resist. Count backwards from 10 to calm yourself down so you don't blow up at your mom. Why is she smiling all the time? Ugh. God, this is a teenager. I am talking through the lens of a teenager. You settle on glowering at her over your plate of glowing beans. She notices, but just purses her lips and turns away from you to talk to someone else. Rude. A grand feast. 4. Plus 2 cars. Oh my god, yes. Oh, I'm here for that. You shovel food into your mouth, trying not to look like you're enjoying it. Okay, it is as delicious as everyone said. You start to feel more human the more you eat. Right, yeah, food. Food is great. Minus 50 stress. You do feel better after you eat something. Everyone's in high spirits after dinner, breaking off into little groups to talk or make music together as the sky darkens for the shortest night of the year. You feel your mood improve by the minute as your friends pull you into a fun, rhythmic clapping game. As your irritation fades, you wonder if this is what congruence meant when she warned you that your hormones would make you feel out of control sometimes. When you go back to your quarters to get ready for bed, your dad gives you a big hug. It's exactly what you needed. Aww. Ah, teenagers. It's not a good time. Turns out, more often than not, it's a really, really, really bad time. So, we are going to be calling it here soon, but I want to find out what our next perception perk is going to be. Before we do that... No, I don't want to take Ricky off because challenges can happen before I'd have a chance to put Ricky back on. Sorry. Squidly Peterson. That's its name. It's nice to be the first one to spot expedition vehicles coming back from their camps. You and Nem radio it in and watch the line of vehicles creep through the wilderness towards the colony, full of people who are happy to be returning home. Get to work. So we're definitely going to get a lot out of that. This turns this into a 6 for 3 of a kind. Oh, there's a 4 of a kind. It's fine that we didn't get the extra kudo. Plus 6 perception. Oh right, double kudos right now. What? That wasn't enough? Oh! Okay, we're not going to... just want to know, what does this do? I don't want to spend 20 kudos on that. I'd rather spend 50 kudos and get rid of the 0. Okay, we're going to get that last point of perception going out into the wilderness. Survey the plains. Ah, the plains again. I love that name. It's very cute. The prosaic plains. It's this fun thing where we used to just name things after people, but I absolutely believe that nowadays, if we were discovering new things about our planet, we would try and name them in a fancier way. It's hard to say, though, because we are Vertumna after, you know, an ancient god of harvest. You stop to admire the light glinting off the water of a shallow, circular lake when you notice some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. The rocks are flashing gold and yellow. This one, then that one, then a pause, then that one, then the first one again. You thought it was reflected sunlight at first, but no. The rocks themselves are glowing. Repeat pattern. Plus 1 empathy. You play a memory game with them, touching the stones in the pattern they give you. Feel emotions coming from the rocks. Affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow, you understand. They like the contact. Plus 1 animals. What does my empathy... Right, I can get rid of cards. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the line between the two can be blurry on Vertumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from creatures who pass by and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get the sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end, you don't know. Oh, my good kitty cat's just curled up on my bed. Too far away to pet. So much open space in this area. Oh, almost missed that. Thank you. Anything to see out there? No. Okay. You. Something big suddenly bursts out from the jungle and scampers across the path in front of you. Looks like a miniature landslide. Bush-covered stone being pulled forward by powerful arms. Okay, so yes, this is just the same one as before. Oh no, not quite. It's a bush bub, and hot on its heels is a second, smaller one. These slow, thoughtful creatures are rarely so full of energy. They charge back and forth across the path as you wisely keep your distance from the powerful animals. For all the crashing and stomping they're doing, they don't actually seem to be angry. You'd swear they were being playful. Get close to them, attack them. Nobody's looking? Let's play. +3 bonus to straights. Okay. Four, 5, 6. Next. Don't have to tell me twice to try and get some straights. Oh, this is a 4 of a kind, so let's just knock that out real quick. Oh, we need 30. Oh. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. 3, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's 7, not a 5. Not good enough. Well, if that's going to be a 7 anyways, it's better back there. That's better there. That gives us the win. So this was supposed to be an impossible challenge. So you know what? We'll just enjoy the fact that we got the normal win. And that was the best combination. So hey, we got there at least. +2 combat. +20 kudos, and +10 stress. That's a bunch of kudos. The smaller bush bub lies dead at your feet, its branches broken under its great stone body. The other bush bub has fled into the forest. There's far too much to haul back to base camp yourself, so you ping the foragers on your holopalm and flag the location. You're given a handful of kudos for managing to bring down a bush bub. Hey! Paid off for murder! This is how Vissa operates. I'm not gonna act surprised. The terrain here is strange, some kind of smooth rock covered in lichens and tiny plants. It's weirdly warm, and the spark snow melts when it hits it. Carefully move over it. There's finally the perception challenge I was looking for. Okay. I'd like to be able to use both of these and some jump cards, so that basically just leaves us with using what we have. Have to use something. 4, 4. Bring those up to 6s. Use that instead. Yeah, better just do it like that. 6, 6. 5, 5. That's 31, this is 37, yeah. 37 is clearly better. Hey, look at that! We can do things! After cautiously walking around on it for a few minutes and observing quietly, you realize the ground is alive! It's rumbling very slightly. What you thought was just a rock slowly opens. It's an eye! It stares at you dreamily and you stare back, fascinated. This must be a very ancient creature. It's so vast it's completely immersed into the surroundings. There are even trees growing out of it. Another +1 to animals. A little animal, like a moth with huge, webbed feet, lands between you and the massive eye and starts preening. The eye dilates to focus on the moth. Then it slowly closes again, in what you think might be contentment. After a minute, you feel a faint rumble under your feet. Regular breathing in and out. Snoring. Creep off the creature, careful not to wake it again. That's awesome. New perk. Collectibles respawn faster and more slots are filled. Oh, okay. So perception is definitely the get collectibles. I'm just gonna push through to the end of this trip. There's not much to find out here, but the peaceful atmosphere is great for contemplation. You find a particularly beautiful little plateau where you can see the plains spread out before you like a picnic blanket. Round lakes dotting the land like glimmering mirrors of sky. This is scouting further ahead. He was eager to find some adventure. Catch up with this. There's no adventure with Disses either. This is some peaceful territory right here. Boring. Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole lot of nothing, I guess. Man, how far can you go in this area? We're at 60 stress? Cool. A series of small circular pools. You don't see an obvious route through, though the path does continue. Okay. Just basic ones. Ooh. Let me get that 666. Oh, not a 666, because... Okay. Nope. Okay, I see how it's working. It's only a little annoying. Let's just get all those big numbers out. 4, 4. Oh no. Let's swap those two. That turns that into a 5, and that turns that into a 6. Yeah, we'll just go with that. We're clearly still going to just clear this, so it's not like I should be stressing this much. 6, 6, 6. 7. No, that one's the better option. +2 perception. There's a narrow place where two pools meet that you think you can leap over. These little ponds look too small to house anything really dangerous, you hope. You approach the water's edge. Leap of faith! You make it over the narrow gap. Nice! You feel empowered. That puts our bravery at 85. Man, we're gonna max out some of these stats. Thank you for the mushwood log. I'm curious when I'm gonna realize that we've looped back. Oh. There's a deep, perfectly circular pond here, filled with clear, crystalline water. Small, transparent creatures like jellyfish bob around in it, rippling with iridescence. Dis is with you, in a characteristically bad mood, despite the jaw-dropping beauty of your surroundings. He plops grumpily down on the bluff to watch the water. Watch with him. You aren't watching for long when a tentacle reaches up and plucks one of the jellyfish from the swarm, dragging it down to the depths. Some massive xeno must live at the bottom of this pond. Fascinating. As you watch, it plucks 2 more. It seems to prefer the larger, older ones. Maybe it's like a farmer tending to this flock, or just a very sneaky predator. Most-wind animals. You take some notes, particularly that you should think twice about swimming in any of these ponds. But I could go swimming with it. No, we're just going to take a nap and reduce our stress a bit. So relaxing. You take off your shoes and soak your feet in the water. You're dozing off until a tentacle grabs your ankle and pulls you into the pool. Hey! I didn't go swimming for a reason! You flail your arms, fighting the gentle pull of the tentacle. Dis watches from the shoreline. You think he's frozen in shock, but when you call for help, he only frowns in thought. Dis! Help! Dis moves close to the pool. Panic doesn't help, he mutters. Calm down. Calm down, see? Stop flailing, and the tentacle stops pulling. See? Not pulling you under, Dis says. It's just checking you out. Oh, that's terrifying. After a while, the tentacle releases you and disappears in the depths. This helps fish you out of the deceptively deep pool and helps wring out your clothes. I want to yell at him, but he was right, and he was helpful, so everything's fine. Don't do that again, Dis says, sounding furious, actually. If you drown in there, it would have been my fault. Don't ever do that again! I didn't go in! I stayed out! You realize he's upset because he cares about you, in his way. You mumble a thank you and grab a towel to dry off. Keep exploring! Oh, okay. So, there are still some things left, because there's some paths I didn't take. So, since we've got, actually, plenty of stress, let's go take care of those. So, individually, each event doesn't give you as much as a single event in town does. So the stress seems like it's off. But when you consider that you're doing all of these events over the course of 1 month, instead of having to break them up over various months, That's when the benefit of coming out here just gets so massive. Now, of course, if you're doing a playthrough and you're not using any of these stats, then it's a different story, but man, it can pay off. It really has for some of our stats like perception. It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud. Sounds like it's getting closer. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams in the ground ahead of you. It's as tall as a skyscraper and a meter wide, covered with chitinous bone like an insect. You think it might be a leg? Another crashes down, then another. The creature's body must be up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but the legs. That's gigantic! The first leg lifts again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run. Stay calm and analyze its movements. We need 50 perception. We're at 71, but wow. That's one big something. That's about everything I could ask for a card. It's any color, it's got a gem, and it's a 5. You watch the clouds, and as the next leg breaks through, you dodge it. It slams down where you'd been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. This creature is so unbelievably massive, you're like an ant to it. As it passes overhead, you marvel at how such a thing could even exist, and hope it never wanders any closer to your colony. That's the kind of thing that leads to the concept of nomadic planets, where human beings learn how to keep entire things like farms on moving structures, because you just can't stay in one place, because that might just happen. You almost bump into Dis. He's being so still and quiet, hunched over and looking down a little knoll. He shushes you and points, "Don't scare them." You follow his finger and see what looks like a bush shaking violently. 2 bushes, actually, at opposite ends of a clearing. Oh, they're bush bubs. From far away, they really do just look like plants and rocks. They're fighting over territory, Dis says. If they won't hurt each other, neat, I hope it's bloody. How do you know that? Dis shrugs. If you're quiet, you see them a lot. +1 animals, +2 friendship with Dis. The bush bubs dance, +2 to a physical card next to it. That's pretty useful. You watch the 2 creatures face off, rhythmically rustling the leaves that grow out of their heads and backs. Their gangly, branch-like antennae swing over their heads as they rear up to their full heights. Even from far away, they look imposing, like agile boulders. One goes, then the other. They watch each other carefully, alternating and repeating the other's motions, trying to outdo each other. Ultimately, the smaller, more graceful one seems to be declared the winner. The loser plops back down and shuffles away into the jungle, defeated. Huh. Well, that's neat. Something that did occur to me is that, I wish we had gotten a bonus to the food when we had killed the bush bub earlier. That's a thing that's happened before. Spark snow is driving down. Visibility is poor. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. Try to find your way. Those 6s are so good, I don't want to use them here, but I'm really not going to get a good hand if I don't. We'll keep the gem, because we'll hopefully see a gem card next hand. Hey, speaking of which, that's a 7. This is now a 5. Yes. That's a 6. Or... Hey! There we go. Always like the kudos, doo-doo. Where does that put our perception? 73. You keep putting one foot in front of the other, relying on wayfaring and a fair bit of luck to make your way through. You see something inexplicable. What the heck is that? You squint down into the driving snow, but all you see is white on white, and the slightest hint of movement. It doesn't even look corporeal. Almost like a cloud, like the snow is coming from it. It's impossible to get a closer look. You pull your collar tighter against the storm and move on. That should be everything. So we should just be heading back and being like, hey, time to go. Which then just raises the difficult question of... So that toughness perk is kind of insane. This little gazebo is set up as a waiting area for the automated transporters which trundle back and forth between here and the colony. The sign reads, Autobus Depot Prosaic Plains. Sparse vegetation makes this an ideal region for resource extraction. Blue snow is mildly acidic and may corrode equipment with prolonged exposure. Please rinse envirosuits upon return. Go home. Yes, go home. There's nothing more out here. +3 perception, +1 ammos, +1 friendship with this. And yeah, that puts us at 76 perception. We might even just get close to maxing perception next month. We have enough bravery to dare him to do something! But, oh man, I don't know if I even want this card. Like, I want to do the thing with this, but 10 stress every time I play that card is just so much. Need 80 toughness to do that, and I'm at 69, and that's a 6 with a -4 to the last card. Not sure how that one works. Is it last? I think it's the last card that's played, so that doesn't seem worth it. Okay, I'm going to be honest about something. I'm going to save. I'm going to call it Scrub because we're going to save Scum. Visit the gym. I want to know what this does. First steps into running, it gives it a +1. No, thank you. So we're just going to reload Scrub. Alright, it is definitely time for me to be getting off because I need to get ready for work. Just double checking that there's nothing going on. Okay. Tammy, I have flowers. And anemone. Anemone. I have egg. There we go. So I think that's everything right this moment. We are at 90 stress, so not going to be able to do too much. It's going to be something this month, then resting, then getting ready for Glow. So probably... You know, just so I don't forget to get kudos, let's go do the thing that gives us good stats and also kudos. Lookout duty. Your solo watch is interrupted by the sounds of soft footsteps. Can you tell I just don't want to get off? I like playing this game. Your solo watch is interrupted by the sounds of soft footsteps padding down the wall towards you. To your surprise, Governor Uticott stops next to you and stares into the wilderness as well, her gnarled brown hands resting on the wall. I often come here to think, she says. She's talking to you? It's hard to hear your own thoughts when you're cooped up inside command. You must get a lot of time to think out here, don't you, Vissa? Yeah, I do. Uticott smiles and gives you a knowing smile, a knowing glance. I'm sure, she replies. She sighs and tightens her hands on the railing. Sometimes I look down on the colony, she says softly. And sometimes I look out into the forest. No matter where I look, I think about every hardship we face and every one we've overcome. I think about what we're doing here, the things we're taking, and the footprints we're leaving. She huffs a humorless little laugh. I wonder what the animals think of us, she says. Cutting down trees, building our big walls, trying to grow our funny little alien plants. It must be so strange to them. I don't think it cares. I think it kind of just does its thing. Without turning to face her, you tell her it's just survival of the fittest out there. The jungle doesn't have opinions of us. We're either prey or predator, that's all. Uticott seems to think this over, going quiet for a long time. You stand in contemplative silence and observe the forest until she leaves without saying goodbye. Get to work. Like that. 6, 6. Five, 4. Yeah, let's face it, it's going to be better if I do that. Oh, that's very good. Can't get the 6 on this end if I want this to be a red, and the flush is just better. Ah! Why can I never get more kudos? Why? Oh well. Man, that puts us at 82 perception. Next year when we go out again, it's probably going to max. That is 100 stress, yes. So just need to check if there's anything to pick up or anyone to talk to. I don't think so. Yeah. And then, so we're gonna go and we're gonna try and rest here in the park again so that we can upgrade our pet. You play with your Ricky, Squidly Peterson, hanging out with them just outside the walls. It's uneventful, which is exactly what you needed. Try to teach them some simple commands. Stay, follow, speak. It's adorable, watching them try to figure something out. They don't seem to really get it, but you get the impression they're trying. +1 creativity, +1 bond with Pet Freaky. Quickly realize that the Freaky must be named after the sound they make when they're happy. A whirring, clicking noise. For a weird spider tentacle creature, it's really cute! Oh, these are good cards. I guess I probably don't love the 2 anymore. It does get up to a 3 normally. And it is also a gem card. Do I just want to start destroying my 4s is the real question, I guess. Sorry, my yellows. And no, I think I just keep both of those. Mid-wet turns into late wet. And, oh, again, I needed to check if... I might try and check that... We're gonna pay to remove a card, though. Because we seriously need to get this 0 out. Thank you. So at least with something like this, it essentially counts as a 6. This can count as a 6. This even counts as a 2 most of the time. But man, that 0 just... No, it's so bad. Oh, I'm gonna have to start thinking about what stats we want to increase that aren't our physical stats. That, or figure out a way to start raising animals more so that we just have a max set down here. I think I probably want to raise empathy more. I'm not sure. Something to think about before next time. Thank you so much for watching. This episode has gone on a little long. So again, thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. I'm supposed to break these up into episodes so that you don't end up sitting here for an hour and a half, but here we are. Oh god, I love this game. We are only 13 years old. We're about to be 14, but man. Can't wait to play more. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, everyone.